too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys for joining into our podcast. I am the host, Troy.
And I am I guess what you call the co-host, Kiara. Today's a lovely day in the neighborhood. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So today we're just going to discuss, we're going to start with growing up in church, our experience. You can chime in for your experience. Drop it down in the comments below. Just let your girl know how it was for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So for us, we grew up in church. Like church was a part of our everyday life almost. Like there was a point in time in our life where we were at church like 7 days a week. Like whether it was Sunday just for church, we had to go to Sunday church. Then we had to go to regular church. God forbid we had to get up at 7:45 and sing in the choir.
Girl, I always went to 7:45 service. My grandma was there all day.
Nanny wasn't playing. Nanny's like, get up, we're going. Nanny wasn't playing no games. So there was 7:45 service. Then there was it 9:45 or was it 10?
Bro, it was whenever people stopped shouting service. Like it was
and then don't let there be a concert or something at 3.
Girl.
All day church, and then throughout the week, like parents got choir practice, right? Then we got choir practice, or we got mime practice, or we got step practice. Like we was involved in everything at church.
Right. Everything. Hello. Hi, Nikki.
Hey,
our day's going good. Hi, Kandra.
Hello, Kandra.
Hello, you guys. Thank you guys for joining in. Comment down below. All right.
Yeah, but girl, church was just like it was a part of our everyday lives, like for so long.
Girl, you couldn't do nothing. Like literally, okay, church service Sunday all day. Monday it was usher board if you was an usher board. Tuesday mime practice. Girl, Wednesday prayer. Girl, Thursday step practice.
Girl, we was there 7 days a week. I promise you.
Girl,
I swear. 7 days. Hey, girlie, how's it going?
Girl, every day, just in church. Right after school, gotta go to church.
Literally.
But go to church.
Yeah.
Famaca, if you'd like to join in and let us know your experience, more than welcome. I can drop the link down below. Yeah, that is just no.
Yeah, it was a lot. And then we were so young. It's like I want to say like we were forced. Like, we were forced. We were definitely forced.
There go the link, you guys.
Like, we couldn't wake up and be like, no, we don't want to go to church. Like, no, that wasn't going on in our household. It was a wrap. Like, you're getting up and you're going to church. Period.
Right.
No, you cannot spend a night at your friend's house. If your friend's having like a some type of gathering, it can't fall on a Sunday. You can't spend the night Saturday to Sunday. It's over. It's a wrap. Right, girl. You got church on Sunday.
Girl, there was no thing of girl being too tired to get up for church. You can't be too tired. If we're going.
You got to go.
Prepping that hair Saturday night with the there was no flat irons. It was a pressing comb.
Girl, was a pressing comb.
Curls with the rollers.
Yep.
And they fall wherever, and they fall however they want in the morning.
I used to be so mad. My mom used to give me that French roll. I used to be like, what are you doing? I am not like I am 9 years old with a French roll. That's so disrespectful.
No.
That is so disrespectful. Why am I 9 with a French roll? Looking like a little old lady.
Girl, your mom. And then you had the bang too, right? French roll and the bang.
Bang, and then the French roll.
Yes.
Girl, I think I might have had half down, like down in the flip, and then like a French roll right here, and then like a bang. No. Yeah.
Church was just it was just a lot. I mean, I couldn't do no activities but church. I can go to the movies. No, you got choir rehearsal. I can skip choir rehearsal today.
Yes.
We're not even singing on Sunday.
Right. Right. Girl, they wasn't going for it though. It was like we had to. Like it was just something that we had to do growing up. And now that I'm older, I'm just like, I haven't been to church in It's been a while.
It's been a long time. It's so sad. It's probably been like almost like
it's been a long time. So now the question is, do you think that church is like, do you think that you have to go to church in order to have a relationship with God?
Absolutely not. But
Right.
I feel like back then, subconsciously, like that was said. Like you had to go to church, but because I'm like, I feel like my relationship, I have a relationship with God. Like, I feel like back then it was like you just did it because your parents made you do it. You know, like, yeah, I know who God is, but you didn't know him for yourself like you do now as an adult.
Exactly.
You know? I listen to Pastor Todd on YouTube, and I get my service on and go about my day.
Yeah, I mean, I pray to God every day. God knows my heart, you know, and that's just, it is what it is, you know, like he knows my heart.
I do. Hey, Anthony, do you have a camera, Anthony? Looks like Anthony's trying to join. Do you have a camera? Do you have?
Okay, Anthony, join on in. Come on in the room.
Anthony, do you have a camera? Hello, Anthony?
I have a phone.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi.
Hi. Are you a minor?
No, I'm just 10.
You're 10. Okay. We're not. I don't know, Anthony. Do your parents know you're on YouTube?
Yeah. I am on YouTube most of the time.
Okay. Do you have a question?
No, not really.
Okay. But thanks, Anthony, for tuning in. You can continue to watch if that's okay with our parents. Typically, our podcasts. Oh, he got out.
Okay.
Thanks,
Anthony, for joining in. I know. But yeah, like I was just saying though, you know, like I have a relationship with God, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
it just is what it is. He knows my heart. You know, I pray to him every day. I thank him every day. And you know.
Right. And that's and I feel like that's let's see. Famaca, would you like to join in? Her question is, I hope I'm saying it right. Famaca TV, would you like to join the podcast?
As an adult, I would ask, why do we have Bible study?
As an adult, have to go to Bible study.
Troy, your thing is doing that thing again.
Robot?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, it's cool now, but like it just did that when you was reading her question, you was like robotic.
You find out?
Yeah, it's cool. As an adult, I would ask, why do we have to go to Bible study? I don't feel like we have to go to Bible study. Are you frozen, Troy?
No. Sorry, no.
Are you doing the mannequin challenge, girl? No, but I don't feel like as adults, like I don't feel like we have to go to Bible study. Like you can have Bible study in the heart of your home.
Right, and I feel like Bible study is for you to learn, like how to study or how to get in a perspective of the scripture.
Of the word, yeah, exactly.
But at the end of the day, everyone has their different perspective of the scripture.
Right.
So exactly. I think that's probably what it's for, of how to like understand the Bible.
Right. Yeah. I would agree with that as well too. You know, I would definitely agree with that.
Adult, yeah, and I feel like as an adult, we still need that, you know, because we might think it's, but yeah, whatever. Okay,
yeah, because there's still like me now being 30, like there's still a lot that I don't understand about.
Right, me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot that I don't understand. And you know, like we grew up in church or whatever the case may be, but like I don't feel like we were actively listening. Like, you know, we were just there. Like we had to be there type thing. You know what I mean? Like even though we was involved in all of the activities, all the church activities, I don't believe that our minds were focused on kind of like receiving the word. Like, you know?
Right. I mean, to this day, it's still kind of hard for me to understand what the Bible is saying. Like, I need to easy to read Bible because I just came with the King James.
Girl, I need the children's Bible.
Girl, I need the Bible, but I need to put like the sides about what's going on the side of it. That's what at church they would say, every week to go to church. Yeah, I think that's what she's trying to say. To Famaca, she said that church, they would say every week to go to church. Yeah, they would. Yeah.
Yeah, every week. Every Sunday.
Day.
Right? And every Sunday, every Thursday for Bible study.
Right. And I personally, I mean, as I got older, I was just like, I cannot do this every day. Like, go to church. I couldn't even play basketball because it was just like, my grandma was like, you have to be in church. Like, practice was the same day as all the other things. I couldn't do nothing else. And I personally don't want I don't want kids to be like that. I don't want to raise my kids where they have to go to church and can't do nothing else.
Right. Yeah. No. Absolutely not.
No.
Not at all. I don't want to do that either. I don't want to do that because we literally that was our life. that was our lives for so long, for a big chunk of our lives. Like that was our ritual. It involved everything church. Literally everything.
Right. Okay. There was
we didn't even really have no like lives like that when we were younger outside of church. Like, I said we really didn't have no lives like that outside of church for a long time.
School and go to church, and that was it. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a bad thing, but it's just become just too much.
And y'all see the link.
It just becomes too much.
Hear me, Troy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes way too much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't until we got a little older that, our parents was kind of being a little bit more lenient as far as what it was that we was doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Okay, we're gonna go to the school dance instead of going to practice. Like, we can miss out on practice. We're going to the school dance tonight. Okay.
It's okay to not go to both services. You can come at 9:30 instead of 7:45.
9:30. Right. Exactly. Right.
There was no sleeping in besides Saturdays, girl. Don't let it be a funeral.
Oh, Trina, now you know me and you. We were always at every funeral. We didn't even know these people. We didn't even know these people. We didn't even know the people. I used to call you like, Troy, you going to the funeral? You like, girl, yes. All right, I'll see you there. Girl, that was amazing.
Girl, going there for the fried chicken and green beans.
Because our parents was cooking. Because my mom was cooking and Daddy was cooking and it was good.
Right. Girl, then the dessert was like with the lemon pie, the lemon cake. Or the whatever red velvet cake. Girl. Down there, why was we down there getting plates with the family?
Girl, down there getting plates with them, even sitting down. Sitting down. Sorry for your loss. That is out of pocket.
Why are we in line getting plates with the family? That's cold.
We didn't even know them people.
What? Like, why was that allowed?
Oh my God.
That's just dead wrong. You really just at every funeral. That's just sad.
Literally.
And trying to be the first one downstairs to get in line for the food.
Yep. That was us. That was definitely us. Girl, we wasn't helping or nothing. We was just waiting for the food.
Girl, that is sad. That's so sad.
That was our lives, man. That's literally crazy. That was our lives, Bro, and it's crazy to me because my mom, she was like a huge community member of the church. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was known, you know what I'm saying? Like, she sung. Oh my God, let me tell you, my mom can sing something out of this world. I'm talking about sing down. Okay, I'm talking about sing down, sing you down. So, she was always, leading praise and worship or leading, the choir or whatever the case may be, So I feel like growing up, like a lot of people expected me to kind of follow my mom's footsteps, that pressure was on me heavy. You know what I mean? Like, I always even still to this day, I still get pressure to come to church and sing a lead. I'm just like, that's not me. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
God did bless me with an amazing voice, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom, that was my mom. I'm not her.
Right.
I'm not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, like, you know, I did. I definitely felt the pressure. Definitely.
I just wonder like how like PKs feel. I would love to get like a PK here in the conversation, you know, because they definitely had a lot of pressure. And I would say, like, I think that they, like, from our perspective, they treat PK kids different than us, than other kids.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, remember we used to be outside and they would go and tell our parents,
Mm-hmm.
no, outside, girl,
we're across the street at the park and stuff, like.
Yeah. But they wouldn't, like, you know, I don't know. It just seemed like treatment was different, or even if you were like a cousin of the first family was different.
Yeah.
But I wonder, I just wonder what the PK's point of view of it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Because they had like all eyes on them to be perfect or whatever.
Right. You know? Exactly. Like, exactly. And it's like they're regular just like us, you know what I mean? Like they're regular just like us. They're kids, you know. I feel like they shouldn't be pressured to following in your footsteps because you're the head pastor, you know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. Like because you're the head pastor, do I have to preach? Does preaching has to be my calling?
Right. But if not, something in the church has to be.
Right. Singing, you know.
Something has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, dang, am I frowned upon if I'm doing nothing? You know, my dad's just a pastor and I go to church. I hear my dad preach the word and that's it.
Right. And I honestly feel like church is like, and I hate to put like all this responsibilities on church, but I feel like, you know, like church is always like, you know, like, love your neighbor, love God, but they never speak on love yourself.
Yeah.
Like I've never, like, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never heard anyone say that. Like, love yourself so you can, you know, whatever the case may be. It's always love others, love your neighbors, whatever. But it was never like focused on, you know, like love yourself, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I felt like, you know, like, and then I felt like, you know, like if you were like, there was no, I feel like it was just, I don't know if it's just like in the Black code household or if it happens like in a lot of households where there wasn't like a such thing of like dealing with depression by going to a therapist. It was just you better pray about it, you know, go to Jesus and try to pray it out of you, you know?
Give it to God.
Yeah, which is like, okay, I have been praying, but I still don't feel like waking up every day, you know? I'm still crying all the time, you know?
Right.
There was still like, it seems like, who would you talk to about it? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like I don't know. I felt like I never heard any of that growing up.
Was there ever a part in time in your life where you questioned God or questioned your relationship with God?
I did question God. I mean, and I know they say, you know, like you're not supposed to question God, but I have questions, and sometimes I was just like, you know, like, God, like, what's the, like, why don't I have parents? You know, like, I mean, they're there. I mean, I know they're my parents, but why aren't they active in my life?
Yeah.
You know, why did my dad die from an overdose without actually being a dad to me? You know, like, why was my mom on drugs my whole life? Like, that's pain. That's hurt. That's pain. You know, that I still endure. You know, so it's like, why did that happen? Like, or why is it happening?
Right.
Like why me? I cried to God as a child. Like, why me?
You
know, like, and that's like what it was, and that's why, like, outside of my home, I was so like happy, funny. Oh, Troy's funny. This inside my home, I was a totally different person.
He was a disaster wreck.
Yeah,
and I can agree with that so much because when I lost my mom, like that just was like, that was it for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was it for me. Like literally, like I questioned God so much about like just everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just everything. Like, how could you? Like, you know, I pretty much blamed him. Like, you know what I mean? Like how? Like, you know? And like my faith was just, it was gone. So far gone, like so far gone. Like
Right.
I just question them just why? Like, how could you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you said that you would never put more on me than I can bear. I cannot bear this.
Right.
I can't bear this right now. This is unbearable. So what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? He'll never put more on you than you can bear.
Right. Or it's like, like, God, now I have to go through life like feeling this pain,
Feeling this pain no matter what. It's been 10 years and I still feel that same pain, Like every time Mother's Day comes around, I'm still just heartbroken. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like it'll never get easier. You know what I'm saying?
And I have heard the term like it doesn't get easier, but you get stronger.
Yeah, definitely. And I absolutely felt like I've gotten a way stronger.
Yeah.
Like, definitely.
Me being 30, like I still like, like my mom's thankfully has, like been delivered from heroin. But I'm just like, look at the time, like, Lord, I needed her when I was a child.
Right.
Like, I felt, like I needed her then and and she like you got in this like, and this was my prayer as an innocent child of really crying out to you, God, like, please deliver my mom, please help her, like I want her to be my mom, and it didn't happen, so I'm just like, here I am just like a broken kid, and now I'm an adult trying to be a woman, it's just, yeah, I still like kind of question that, but to be honest.
Yeah.
And here I am, like when I first got pregnant with Queen, I was like, God, like really, like I'm about to become something that I never had. Like that was hard for me. Mm-hmm. Like I was definitely like in prayer, like, oh my goodness. Like I didn't care that I had sex before marriage. Like that wasn't I didn't care about that. I cared that I have to be a mother to this girl. Like to a girl that, like, and I was that, like that girl, just a lone little girl. So it was hard for me, and I look back and even now, like going through my years, I'm just like, my mom got on drugs like in her late 20s, and I'm just looking at my daughter like, and how at that age, like my mom was strung out on drugs, and I'm like, thank you God that I'm not like that. I don't have no desire to be like that,
Mm-hmm.
But I still want to know, like, they say everything happens for a reason. I still kind of want to know the reason. I still haven't got the reason.
Like, I want to know like where that comes from. I do. I want to know like where that stems from. Like everything happens for a reason. Like what's the reason? Like I want to know.
I haven't got it. I'm just like, okay.
I feel
I don't know.
Just listening to what you guys are saying, I feel like the whole everything happens for a reason. Like it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's cliche, but it's more so like we don't know right now. But I feel like there's gonna be that one person that we reach or like randomly see in our life that is going through a similar situation, and we're gonna be their only testimony to see that you can get through it. That's the only thing that I think of. Like,
yeah, and that makes sense. That makes sense.
Because I have a desire to like talk to little girls who's been in my situation.
I
would like, like even like growing up where I grew up, like I wasn't like, I didn't have to like go the same route my mom did. I didn't have to go the same route that, like of joining a gang or being like, whatever out there that I seen around my household. I didn't have to be like that. And I, in spite of my mom not being there, like I still was like on a good path, So I am thankful for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the pain is still there. Yeah.
Definitely.
So Jocelyn, so we're talking about, so right now we don't have any watchers, but that's okay. So we're talking about growing up in the church. What was your perspective of it?
Growing up in the church?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we were just there. Like, I mean, obviously you're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to have sex before marriage. You're not supposed to, like, the normal little things that we hear on a daily. But I don't really have too much perspective on it. Like,
did you think you was at church too much, or you think
did you feel forced? Like, did you feel like you was more so forced into being at church? Because we was at church
24/7,
7 days a week, like I said in the beginning, like no matter what. So did you feel like you were being forced into going? Like there was days that you was just like, man, I do not want to go to church, but you was forced?
I don't really feel like my mom forced me. I just kind of feel like it was just something that it was like normal. Like
okay.
Because also I played basketball, so like it's not that I was forced to be at church and not be able to, you know, go to my games. It was more so just a part of me.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense because we were talking about how we couldn't do nothing else but go to church. You were able to still do your else activities.
Yeah, see, that's why
right.
I don't really feel like I was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like it was okay for you not to be on the mime team, step team, laundry team, everything, kitchen team.
Did you say laundry?
You said laundry.
I'm dead. You're silly.
That's because Mother Cooper was always in the kitchen, so she made.
Girl, that's why she opened the church.
Right. I think Nanny was the first person at the church.
Oh, it was just like I felt like it was too much. Like I just because I couldn't do like the things that I wanted to do, whether it was go to a movie, you know, like as I gotten older, you know, go to a movie, but instead I had to go to this choir rehearsal, go to my, you know what I'm saying? But you were able to do everything that you wanted to do, and still.
I was still active on what I wanted to do, and I never felt like I was forced to have to go to church. It was just kind of another part of me instead of it being like this is the only you know.
Yeah, I definitely felt forced for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like when we voiced like that we wanted to do something else other than go to church, it was a problem.
Yeah, no,
you just like why is it a problem that I want to like do other things outside of going to church? Like why are you mad? Why does that upset you? Like, I don't want to go to church 7 days a week. I want to go hang out. I want to go to my friend's house and spend the night. Can I be a kid?
Right.
Can I please be a kid? I don't want to be in the choir team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang. Like, I don't, like, no. You forced me into being here. You forced me into being in the choir. Okay, I can sing. That don't mean I want to be in the choir.
Right. and then some, like, I want to sleep in. Like, I don't want to go to that funeral on Saturday. I want to sleep in.
Why do I gotta go to a funeral for people I don't know? You said my cousins. I don't know these people.
Right.
See, yeah, I cannot say that I felt that pain, guys.
Like what?
I apologize.
Yeah, me and Troy can relate because me and Troy, like we, like there was no getting away from it for us. It was a wrap.
Good thing we halfway liked each other growing up because, you know, the sleepovers was always at my house.
The sleepovers was litty. That was the only thing that we had to look forward to when it came to anything of the church. Like, okay, we got our little, this is now family now. It's good. We're about to go, go have a little sleepover. It's going to be lit. Like, like I'm not going to lie. I had the most fun being in the step team.
Yeah, the step team was fun.
Like I had the most fun being in the step team, you know what I'm saying, and having the sleepovers and actually performing in like parades and going to other churches and performing. Like it was fun. Like that rush that you got from people who like just was excited about what you guys was giving out to the world. If that was fun to me, like
Yeah, the step team was fun to me up until I probably turned maybe to like high school, 10th grade. I was just like,
once we got older, it was like, no, ma'am.
The younger ones came and we was like,
we're like, it's time for us to do it moving. Yeah. We paid our dues.
Right. We paid our dues. I was like, I'm not going to church this Sunday. When I graduated from high school, I was just like,
once I was able to make that once I was able to like vocalize, like, and I was old enough, I'm just like, no, ma'am.
And I felt like, and my grandma never took the time, time out to ask me why I didn't want to participate in church. Hey, Jerrehl.
Jerrehl Tribe Tabernacle. Period. Tabernacle in the building. 2801 South Jackson Street. Okay.
Right. I mean, and I feel like our youth was thick. Like we were fun. Like our youth was thick, and it was definitely fun. But it was like, besides all of that, the fun is, it was just like, man, I want to do something else.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, remember I tried to play basketball with you guys?
Man, me too, Jocelyn. Remember, I knew I was filthy. I knew I was filthy. I'm like, I got a jumper. Hold on. Stop playing with me.
Remember the hand in the cookie jar, Keita?
Stop playing with
me. I was trash, but still like something, okay, like, let me try this.
Right.
Like no, it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays or whatever it was, same as mind practice and all that. It was just too much.
Right. It was a lot. It was a lot.
It was Yeah, it was definitely. And I can never say I really understood any sermons either.
I never did. I don't think I even like was focused. Like, you know, like when we was younger, I don't think that I was even focused. Like I was just there. Like I was just there. Like, you know, and it was what it was. I think the only thing that like kept me like afloat in church was like hearing like the choirs and like, you know, like the praise team and stuff like that. But when it came to the sermon, like I was just always in and out. Like I'm about to go run to the store and get me some chicken.
Like, what is that? Like something?
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go get some chicken, sit downstairs, eat my little chicken. You know, the next thing you know, you got heavy youth coming down there eating chicken. Like we was not interested.
Like something about when they got up there to preach, it was like a sleeping spirit came over you.
I rebuke.
Yeah, girl, those spirits just come and you just like, I don't know.
I can't even front. I was definitely off that. I'm like, ooh, gotta put my finger up. Put my finger. Let me go head to the bathroom real quick. Go to the bathroom. I'll be gone for 35 minutes.
See, and I always thought too, like a good church service was when people were shouting. Like if you were shouting, it was a good church service. That's how I based like church off of as like now when I was younger. But now I'm just like, no, like it's way deeper than that, you know. Mm-hmm. But it was like if you didn't shout, I was like, oh, it was just church was just church. That's how I viewed it. But now I'm just like when it comes to the shouting and stuff, I'm like that stuff is just like it's really real. Like in having a connection with God, it really matters. You know. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it definitely matters. Definitely. Yeah. Wow, this is crazy talking about this. Yeah.
Talking about church.
Talking about growing up in the church. Huh?
Ask Jerrehl if he want to come in, if he's still here.
He's the only one watching.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but yeah.
Why don't you take it to Facebook Live? You know that's where it's active.
It is because we got a. I know it's active. We can go to Facebook Live after this. But
you know, we're gonna get a whole lot of a whole lot of feedback about the church house go on Facebook.
Yeah, church was just like, it was church. I mean, I love being there because I just love being with you guys, you know?
Yes, I love that was literally what I looked forward to. Like, it's like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. I'm gonna go there because they're about to be there, so it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be cool. Like, you know?
Right.
It's gonna be good. We had our little section, like, are you sitting on the left side? Save me a seat, like, because I'm about to be there. Save me a seat. Literally, save me a seat. I'm on my way.
The crazy part about it is we really went to church and we didn't even hang out in the back. We literally was close. We were trying to be
close. There was a point in time we was all in the front. We was all in the front. We had our little section on the left side. That was our section every time we was at church. Every time, no matter what.
Yeah.
And we decided to sit in our section, like, what?
Yeah, right.
Right. Why are you right here at this point? Like, this is not for you. This is reserved, sir.
Right.
This is reserved. I used to get so mad when I'm like reserving a seat for like one of you guys or something like that, and then like an elderly person come and take the seat. It's like you can't deny it. I used to be hot. I'm like, oh my God.
Or when the usher walks someone way down there, I'm like, you know that that's supposed to be way down there.
You know.
Girl, this is reserved. Let's just like, not even care.
Right. Yes, that was Miss Richardson, girl. I used to be like, girl, sit down.
Girl. Can we talk about the attitude?
Girl, attitude was on 10 every time.
The whole ushering board. Can we talk about
that?
I used to be like, what do you have an attitude for, man? I'm confused.
Because I'm saying it all.
Girl, and look, don't try to walk right before benediction. They're like, girl, blocking you to walk in right before benediction, girl. I'm like, right. They ain't gonna sit down before benediction. But they are blocking that door like, no. Girl, sit down.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
And then we used to have like youth Sundays. Did we have youth Sundays?
Not back in our day.
We never really had youth Sundays. That didn't start happening until we got a little older. Like, for like the generation underneath us.
So Regina said, "Oh man, we literally had to get up early on Sunday mornings and have to stay all day, girl. We know, and we have to eat dinner at the cafeteria before starting night service.
Girl, that was us too, Regina. That was us too. That was us too. We know all about it. I'm talking about 7:45, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Girl, 6 o'clock concert.
Bro, I think like now it's more structured where they have like, I think it's more time. I think now it's more timed. The services are, but girl, 7:45 didn't get out till 10 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock didn't get out till 3. Girl, so it just used to be a mess. That's too long. Church all day, that's too long. Girl, don't let it be what is it, like usher board, whatever, or the choir's having a concert or all that. That was just too much. You have to stay there and participate. Girl, don't get home until 9 o'clock at night, and they gotta go to school. And you tired as hell to go to school. Gotta go to school, and you couldn't skip school, even though you're tired. Girl, church was just a long time. And Regina, we definitely feel you, girl.
Yes, Regina.
Oh my goodness, church dinner, girl. Yes. Oh, and Regina, were you forced to go to church? I wonder. Were you forced? Man. Jocelyn, when's the last time you went to church?
When church was open.
Oh, okay, you were going before that? Okay. So you still go?
Yeah.
Jerrehl talking about the pastor will repeat the same testimony. Be quiet, Jerrehl. Be quiet.
Not the same testimony.
Girl.
Where that at?
Like Regina was like, yes, I was at church all day. I mean, she had to.
She was forced to that. That's what
she was forced. That's right. Yeah. Forced. How did you feel about being forced? Do you still go now? Are you an adult? Do you still go now?
Can you get online? If you don't mind, Regina?
Like, yeah, if you want to get on live, you can join if you would like to join. That would be great. Oh, she said her dad is a bishop. My mom is an evangelist. Oh, she was there. Yeah. Girl, you was there. You had to participate in everything.
Yeah.
Regina, do you want to join? You can join.
Yeah.
Even if you just want to talk to your phone or something. There goes the link. That is so funny. Yeah. So, Jocelyn, so you go in, Bryson go, and your son goes? Okay. I was saying earlier, I haven't been in church in almost 3 years. Like in an active, like in a building.
You still listen to,
I listen to Pastor Todd online, and I just get.
Don't got too much now. I don't. Oh, Regina said she don't go too much now.
Yeah, I have not been. Like, and it hasn't been like a reason. Like I don't wake up on Sundays like, oh, I don't want to go to church. It's just not. I don't know. It just doesn't happen.
It probably comes down to you felt like you were forced to go. So as you get older, you're like, you don't really have that. You don't really have the desire to go because you still have a connection with God. So you don't feel like.
I definitely do. Yeah, I have more of a connection. Yeah.
So I feel like you don't feel like you have to because you're still getting what you need. You're still feeding your spirit. So
I definitely feel fed listening to Pastor Todd. I definitely feel fed for sure. Like, I mean, because I feel like I need someone to talk to me of how to give me like practical steps of how to do something. Like, I just don't need scripture based and thou shalt and all that. Like, I want some like practical steps of like to receive some healing.
Yeah.
And I feel like he gives that for me. That's what he does for me. So I love it. And I also listen to that one lady sometimes too. Sarah Roberts or whatever.
SJR, that's my guy. I love her.
I listen to her sometimes too.
Yeah. I mess with her too. That's my girl.
It's like with all this online stuff, it's just like people are just going on straight to online.
And
I wonder, huh?
No, go ahead.
I wonder if that affects people going to an actual building, like the church, you know, because like there's so many online stuff.
Yeah.
She said, that's true. The connection is so real for me. I feel very close to him. Yes, amen. So do I. I do too. I do too. I feel very close to him. Very close to him. Where's Kiara? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely. So you weren't being forced. So that was good. That's good to hear. Like, you know, like you have a different perspective.
I definitely have a different perspective. That's probably why I still actually am active and going to, you know.
Yeah. Because it was just like a part of you guys. It wasn't just like this is what you have to do, like you're forced.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And I don't have any desire to like step a foot in the church building. I don't know what that is about though. But I don't mind listening to something on the TV.
I just think that's because it came down to that's what you were being forced to do.
You know, and I don't know. It's just maybe.
It is.
You think so? Okay. Yeah.
Because as I'm older, like, you know, me still living by myself or whatever, I don't feel like I have to go to church. Like I'm forced to go to church. Like it's because I want to go to church. Like, you know?
Right.
Sometimes.
Right. Malachi 3:18. Well, a man robbed God, yet you're robbing me. But you say how we robbed you in tithes and offerings. You are cursed with the curse, for you are robbing me, the whole nation of you. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, so that there may be food in my house, and test me now on this, says the Lord of hosts, if I will not open for you windows of heaven and pour out for. Okay, Jerrehl coming with the scriptures. Jerrehl, you go to church? Yeah. See, like this scripture is just like I don't know. I don't like my perspective of it. I don't know.
Like how that ties in.
Like yeah, like all right, like you know, like I need someone to like break that down for me. Like, cause you are robbing me. Like if I'm robbing because you know you don't pay tithes and offerings. I think I need to go back to this because Pastor Todd definitely had a sermon around this, I believe, that broke it down. Hold on, he's talking about this of heavens and pour out for you a blessing until it overflows. Oh, amen. Oh, Jerrehl goes to church online. Jerrehl, who do you listen to online? Who do you listen to?
No, Jerrehl.
Oh, I missed some of what you guys were saying, but did any of you have church field trips? I love those. We used to go to Wild Wave, Six Flags, and Disney World.
What?
No! What? No! No, we didn't have none of those.
We just had
I don't recall. A church field trip?
We never had one of those. We always
no.
Out each other though, so I don't know if we did stuff outside of church. But
but we never had like, and the church paid for that too?
Right, the church paid for that?
Wow.
What church you go to? Is she from here? You from Washington?
Wait, and where do you live at? Like, did you guys have to get on a plane and travel? Because we're in Seattle. So
Wild Waters, Six Flags. So she lives in Cali. Or is that Disney?
Or is she in Disney World? Or is she in Florida? Because are they paying for all of that? Because we're in Seattle. We don't have none of that. We do have like Wild Waves. That's probably the same thing as it's probably the same as Wild Waters, probably.
This is cool. She's not even from here.
Right. Look at Jerrehl talking about Pastor Tamar. I hope you're not talking about Tamar Braxton. Shut up, Jerrehl.
He's not.
Who's Pastor Tamar then? Jerrehl, is that Tamar? Who is that? Girl, she said they went to all type of Six Flags and everywhere. Wow.
They was active.
For a field, and that was just a field trip. Those were field trips, girl.
Who's Tamar? I'm about to look him up.
Like, who's Pastor Tamar? Tamar Braxton.
Tamar Bennett.
Oh, Tamar Bennett?
Let's see what he says.
Oh. Jerrehl, who is Tamar? I'm just still stuck on Regina. You talk about you went to all those places. Were those considered vacations? Like family vacations?
Like how often did you go on vacation? Or how often did you go on field trips, Regina?
She just said church field trips. I'm like, you must have lived in that area or something. Or those were field trips.
Yeah. Had to be.
We got you talking about now y'all want to go to church for those field trips. I mean, we deserve them.
No, it's not that I still go to church. I'm just saying we didn't have that. We only had our sleepovers. Good thing that we all liked each other.
Right. I mean, but to be honest, we were kind of like, we did all like each other, but it was kind of like still like, I want to say too that churches are clicked up.
I would definitely be on the clicking there.
Yeah, it was like we liked each other, but there were still like cliques.
Yeah, but we didn't mean to.
Huh?
We didn't mean to.
We didn't mean to. But even like adults had cliques.
Yeah.
Yeah, adults definitely had cliques.
But would you consider that cliques, or would you just consider that that's who you're used to being around?
I guess
Where the heck is Kiara Delorda?
She's probably talking to her husband. These comments don't load until like 2 minutes later. Oh, really? Sorry.
Well,
yeah. Tamara Bennett.
Oh, that's what I said.
Or Tamara? Is there Tamara? Let me look to see who that is.
I just Googled
Tamara Bennett. He said she's good.
It's a guy.
Oh, it's a guy?
Yeah. Oh, wait. It's a girl. Oh, it's a girl. She just
Oh, okay. I need to check her out on YouTube then. Okay. Well, you guys, we've been on for 47 minutes. So I think that's probably our time. Thank you guys all for tuning in to our discussion. Thank you guys for the comments. I really appreciate it. So you guys, Regina said, hold on, let's see what Regina had to say. Yes, honey, we and the rest of the kids would have to once again stay at church all night, just sitting with my dad, the deacon pants counted the money up for the trip in the back of the church. Dang. So how did you you guys do like fundraisers or something?
Or you guys took it out of tithes and offerings?
Or did you guys take out the tithes and offerings? Or was that the tithe and offering money?
Wait, yeah.
Or did you guys do fundraisers?
And what's the truth, Regina? We want to know the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. And after this, we're going to log off. We've been on for 48 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Oh, hold on. She didn't respond yet. Oh, she said yes, both. Wait, so you guys use the tithes and offerings for the field trips? I thought that was for the lights and stuff. I thought it was for the lights to stay on.
And the rent to be paid.
And the rent to be paid.
And the passion to be paid. Bink,
yeah, right.
On here.
Hello?
Bink, don't do that.
Where'd she go?
Don't do that, Bink.
I'm not. Where'd she go, though?
Upstairs.
Your mom? She's probably upstairs.
Wait, Regina, we need you to respond before we sign off.
She said yes, both. Let's see this. Okay, maybe she's not gonna reply. Or Jerrehl did say it's delayed.
So maybe she'll just reply later. You'll still be able to see it though, right?
Huh?
You'll still be able to see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wanted her to reply right now, but Jerrehl did say it was like a delay, so we shall see. Okay, hold on. She said this. But they did it and kept the lights on too. Okay. Okay.
You still got
okay. Okay. Thanks, Regina, for your inputs. We'll be back on tomorrow, probably around this time, or what time is it? 1:20? Oh. We're probably back on tomorrow at 11 or 12 o'clock Pacific time. We're in the Northwest. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please come back to our channel. Thanks. Bye. Bye, you guys.